Okay. Oh, I'm ready as I'll ever be. Hi, guys. Welcome to the Super Fun Spirit Experience. Come on back. Hi. Hello, my lovely, wonderful spirits and body. How are you? Hi, Amanda. I'm Kelly McClure, psychic medium, and this is the Super Fun Spirit Experience Facebook Live, which we are going to be talking to spirits. So that's people that you know that have passed away that we can connect with. I am a psychic medium. That's kind of what I do, is I talk to the dead. So we're going to connect with people who passed into spirit. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight. I just want you guys to relax, hang out, stay for the ride. I hope that you get a reading. Obviously, I can't get to everybody, but I'm going to do the best I can. And I'm going to explain a little bit how it works as we're waiting for people to come on. Some people already know because they're putting in the relationship of the person they want to hear with and the name. Pretty much all I need. I don't want you to tell me too much. I want the information to come from me to you, from spirit from me to you. So just give me the name or the relationship of the person. I'm obviously not going to be able to get to everybody. And it really is completely at random. In fact, I don't hardly see the feed. It goes by so fast, and I'm concentrating on what I'm doing that I'm barely able to look at it at all. My manager, Lisa, she monitors the feed, and so she's going to pull at random people who come through, and then it'll pop up on the screen, and that's how I'll know who to read for. Kind of leaving it to spirit, guys. We have no control of this. Spirit knows best. So just let them do their job. And if you're meant to get a reading tonight, you will. But one of the cool things about doing this is that you get to see the work. If you want to book a private reading, we will offer a code at the end that will give you a discount. And I guarantee all my work. If you don't get the answers you're seeking or get to connect with the people you want to connect with, you don't have to pay for your reading. There's nothing to lose. So just, be open, be loving, and know that if you're meant to get a reading, you will. And the people that are supposed to come through will. Again, the requests are chosen at random. Please don't incessantly ask over and over again. That just blogs up the feed. And honestly, we'll have to block you or ignore you. And I don't want to do that. I want to make sure you get equal opportunity for everybody. So once or twice is fine. But if you incessantly ask over and over again to try to get our attention, it's not going to work. That's not how we operate anyway. So please don't do that once or twice. And I promise if you're meant...
I don't even mind if it's just like a couple times throughout the hour, like just a few, but it's when they do and set
when you kind of
100 times.
When you just want to blog the feed, well then, we can't get to you. But if you want to every maybe 10 minutes ask for, that's fine too. Okay. Ignore the scammers. You guys, I think my reputation and business has been affected a lot by scammers. They pretend to be me. They use all my pictures. They create Facebook page. They friend you. I cannot friend you from my business page. If someone's friending you pretending to be me, it is not, or psychic medium me, it's not me. If I friend you from my personal page, it'll just be Kelly McClure. It won't be psychic medium. If you get a friend request from psychic medium Kelly McClure, that's not me. If you see somebody trying to contact you that has a Facebook page that looks, they're so good at it. They say they have, or Instagram, lots of my pictures, stories, everything on there. But the header name is different than mine. So on Facebook, mine is Psychic Medium Kelly McClure. That's it. And it's spelled exactly how it's supposed to be spelled. There's no hyphens, slashes, extra spaces, extra letters, extra capitals, nothing. It's just Psychic Medium Kelly McClure. That's my Facebook page. If you get any requests from any Facebook page that's like psychic.medium or Kelly with 2 E's or anything, slashes, dashes, nothing. That's not me. It's not me. It's not me. So frustrated with these guys. And I'm sorry. I know that they need love and light because they don't believe that they can create their own abundance. And so they're piggybacking on other successful people. And that's so frustrating. It's not an integrity. Yeah.
And let them know too that do not send them money.
Oh my God. I will never, ever, ever, ever ask you to pay for anything but a reading. I will never tell you that you have to sign up for a monthly subscription. I'll never tell you, I'll never come after you and say I have a reading for you and please send me money.
Right. Or that the angels are telling me, or that I can read your aura, or any bullshit like that.
No, if they're soliciting you and saying they have a message for you in my name, that is not me. I don't do that. I wait for you to come to me. If Spirit ever asked me to give you a reading specifically, I would never, ever, ever charge you for money. If they came to me and said, please call Michelle and tell her that her loved one come through and then charge her $50, that is not going to happen. I would call Michelle, give her reading, charge her nothing. The only time I charge is when you come for me and book time for a reading. Money back guaranteed. So these scammers they're getting better and better, and they're going to come on tonight and they're going to say, well, Kelly can't give you a reading. I can. It's unethical. If you don't want a reading from someone who's doing some unethical work. So just name, relationship, and we're just going to get down to it, see who comes through.
You want to mention like validation?
Oh, yeah. So if I call on you, that's because Lisa has chosen at random a name. And if you're still on, please let us know you're still on. And so immediately, as soon as you hear a name called and you think I'm reading for you, say, yes, I'm still here. If you hear me say something like, okay, what I'm seeing is a tall, dark-haired person, chest issue, the number, whatever I say, it's so helpful if you come on and validate. Not necessarily because I'm going to see it, but other people can see it. But don't just say, yes, that's true. Or yes, say, yes, he was tall. Yes, he had brown hair. Yes, he was born in June. Like tell us what you're validating, because the feed's coming through way later than I say it. So if you just say, yes, then I don't know what you're validating, and neither does anybody else. And a lot of people aren't going to get a reading, and so they just want to see that your reading is valid. So it's really, really helpful for you to say exactly what you're validating. If it doesn't make sense and it's completely off target, great. Tell us that too. Just say, I'm sorry, none of that makes sense. This might be a person that's for somebody else, and they're thinking, well, it can't be for me because she's saying it's for them, but yet everything fits for them. And that happens occasionally. So if it doesn't fit, let us know that too. Okay. All right, y'all, let's go. Okay. So Angel, I don't have my glasses on. Borboa, Daniel, your son Daniel. Okay. So like I just said, I was looking at a fairly tall, good-looking young male with brown hair. So hold on 1 second. Let's see if that's him. So I'm seeing a fairly young male. He does seem to have dark hair. He's pulled up a chair next to me. He's concerned that I might have been a little bit skewed by the picture I saw. So I'm closing my eyes to read for him. He does show me an impact, and all of this energy feels impacted, like in the chest. But I also just felt a really specific point in the back that hurt, and that was just to the left of my left shoulder blade, or just to the right of my left shoulder blade in the back. I think that's him. But he smiled. He's very cute. He's writing little notes. So I think I feel like he left little notes or had little notes for people. Does feel quick. When I felt the energy of the impact, I don't feel that it's self-inflicted. So I'm not really sure how he knew or why he would write little notes to people. But I feel like it's more of an accident or something quick and impactful. I still feel pain in my back, though, right there. Wasn't feeling that at all. He does have broad shoulders. He's a good-looking kid. He's, and I say kid, but he looks full-grown. And he's bringing me to his right. And there's a tiny little woman, not necessarily you, not his mom, although he does acknowledge that is someone else who's very small that I think is significant to him. So sister, girlfriend, something like that. Let me know if any of this makes sense. He's okay.
She said yes, he was stabbed in the upper body.
Okay. So he's okay. He's at peace and he's in a good place. His personality, his outlook on things is what's getting him through. And it's what's making him be able to move on in the spirit world. And because I do think he loved his life, and I do think he loved his people, and I do think this was a not necessarily his fault, but something tragic to him that he's sad or upset about. But I'm going to tell you, the people that he shows me in his life who've taught him that he's worthy, that that just means so much to him. I also think he had just started something new, like maybe a practice of a instrument or a new teaching of some sort like that, which he thought that would be kind of fun. So it's almost like he just starts getting into this kind of new area of his life, and then this happened. And so there would have been nothing that you could have done different. That was the day he was supposed to go. This is a soul contract, something that had to be played out between him and these people. And I do feel like it's more than one person involved in the entire scenario. And he tells me that there must be something else a little bit unjust about it that feels like he won't rest unless this is taken care of. But just know that his soul is peaceful and he can absolutely rest. He misses his family. He misses this young woman. He misses you. And then I feel like there's another young male. I feel like maybe a lot of took place in the front and then this one area in the back. You know, when they say, why did the good die young? This is an angel on earth. It's so super sweet and loving to his family and people that were close to him. And then, yeah, maybe he's taking a little bit of responsibility for being involved in or being in the wrong place at the wrong time, but not his character. His character seems very good. There's also a robe or something, and it like, let's say there's a ceremony or an event, and then it has like gold thread on the end of it, and it looks kind of handmade. So not really sure what that is, but he's showing me that as validation to you. Tons of love. He's okay. He's at peace, and don't worry too much if everything on earth has not been completely justified yet or figured out yet. He's still okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. So Gina wants to talk to her twin brother, Sean. Okay. Okay, Gina. So right in front of me is a male figure walking forward. Very solemn feeling. I feel that he's had to spend some time there or grow up there a little bit. So now I feel like his age would be the same as yours here. So growing up alongside of you. He does say a huge reference to the number 6. So that's either June, 6 of a month. Please let me know if you're still here and if this makes sense to you. He looks kind of thin, very solemn. He's wearing white. There seems to be like an issue with I thought it was just going to be the throat, but now I'm kind of feeling it all the way down, like weak or underdeveloped or collapsed or something weird like that in the esophagus throat area. And I'm not really sure. He does look fully grown though, so I don't know if that's something that happened to him when he was young or when he was older. But again, the number 6, and he's making a joke about having 2 left feet. So either my guess would be that he's saying he can't dance, or that actually there's something going on with his feet. He's saying he has 2 left feet, or something about the left feet. And this is kind of weird because I feel like the right foot's different than the left. So Gina, let me know if you're still here and if any of this makes sense, because it's not going away. So he certainly, And I have a little bag of like highlighters and pens here on my table, and he's picking these up for some reason. And there's just like a pair of scissors and a bunch of different pens and highlighters, and I feel like he's doing something with them. So if he was known
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
She is on. I just want you to know. And she says he was 38 and he hurt his foot a week before he died.
Oh, okay. So, there's something about the pens and that I feel like have to do with what he either enjoyed doing or did for, and there's a bunch of them. That's weird. Okay. One of the things I think he's saying the most, because you guys were twins and because they're like, I feel really, really very different personalities, but a very close soul, is that you're going to be here a long time, and it may be hard for you to be a long time without your twin, but that doesn't mean that your souls are any less connected. And he's fluffing you up a little bit, but I feel like that's endearing. So I don't really know what that's about. Like, I feel like he's adding feathers to you, fluffing you up. And he says that, he'll always be around and be close, but he still has work to do over there. And it has to do with this art or pens or something like that. She come back on it all?
Yeah, she came back. She said she's actually a quad. There's 4 of them. And my older sister, so 5 of us. My dad's birthday is the 6th.
Okay, great. Wow, that's unusual. So just know that I think that pen thing reference is about artwork, about all of you guys, or about taking care of all of you guys. What's weird is, look, I wrote the 6 and then this square around it. So that might have something to do with the 4 of them. That's weird.
That is weird.
I always have to pay attention to what I draw because I don't always know what I'm drawing while I'm doing it. And then I look down later and go, oh, that's kind of weird. But he does. He keeps showing me that. He's okay. He's at peace. And this is absolutely the way that it was meant to be. And the sorrow is that it's harder for us on earth to let them go, but they have to do what they have to do in heaven, which I feel like is a lot of work. So I think he's, with that square around that number, I think he's like showing that he's looking after his siblings. And go on. Like his feet are totally normal now. And that he's lots of different signs for different people. So a whole myriad of personalities here, but I think he'll show. And I think one of them is like an engineer, works on, designs or paperwork really intently. And the other one like is mechanical or works on trucks or cars or whatever that is, with his hands and fixing things. Giving me a thumbs up on that. Lots of love from Daniel and, or Sean. And I think you'll see a lot of signs around you. But I also think that you're going to see a path forward in front of you, because he is showing me that him and then there's a grandmother figure, and the 2 of them like are in cahoots to lay a path out before you. And I think both of them passed probably a little bit prematurely. And so they're working really hard from spirit to lay a path out. And I feel like they literally like just take a step, they'll put a stone underneath you to step on. Okay. Thank you very much. Kristen is asking about Evelyn. Oh, I think I might know who this is.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, let me just ask and see, because there's lots of Kristens and lots of Evelyns. And I can't see the picture very well. It's little and I don't have my glasses on. Huh, maybe not. Okay. So maybe that's not her. But all right. Because the woman that comes through when I ask for Evelyn, well, shit, maybe that's not her. Maybe there is another Evelyn. There's a woman that I know, and she was a client of mine for a while, whose name was Evelyn. She passed away recently, and I don't remember her daughter and granddaughter's name, but she is here bringing me through another woman who I think had a chest or breast issue, and it feels very acute, like a specific spot right in the center. So that could be. And then I also hear the snapping of, she's a little taller than the one that I'm thinking of. So, and she also feels like she laid down and tried really hard to like get better. So maybe it didn't take her out right away. Maybe she had to be in the hospital or lay down for a while or stay down. She tried. It made her anxious, and she didn't like it, because I feel like that woman with not the blonde hair, she has more reddish hair or whatever, didn't like laying down, didn't like laying still. That's not why she passed, though. I mean, I think she has every right to get up out of bed, but it may be like other people will think, well, if she just follow direction. What's really interesting about this is that the woman that I'm seeing, who I think is the woman I know with blonde hair, whose name is Evelyn, is very much involved in this little interaction with this other gal. So please, Kristen, if you're still on,
I haven't seen her.
Let us know if you're still on it, and let me know if your mom was like supposed to be down in bed but wouldn't comply, wanted to be up all around. They'll be here. They're not going away. So if you come back on, I'll come back. Okay. Samantha. Jennifer lost Samantha. So, okay. Well, this is kind of odd, because as I ask for Samantha, I mean, I can see a teeny tiny thumbnail of two girls together on the picture. So logically, I think, oh, maybe that's one of them I'm looking for. Maybe that's Jennifer and sister Samantha. But when I go to Spirit and ask for Samantha, the girl that I'm seeing is sitting down, and I think that's representative of a wheelchair. So I think I see a young woman in a wheelchair. And I say young woman because I think she's at least teenage, or teenagehood. She does show me getting out of the wheelchair up and down, but I think there would be a lot of time where she would have to either be down or something weird with the legs. My legs are buzzing. Both my legs are buzzing right now. What would that be, though? She's showing me the number 2, so February, 2nd of a month. Please let me know if you're still on, Jennifer, because that picture doesn't look like someone in a wheelchair. So but when I ask for Samantha, that's what I'm seeing. And also too, February and bright smile, cute smile, and like up and down and getting out of the wheelchair, walking around. When I see that, I feel like, okay, great, you should be fine. And then, you know, hmm, they're bringing me back to my baby nephew who just had surgery on his knees, and so he's walking again or whatever. She come back on at all, Jennifer?
I haven't seen her. No. Darn.
Well, I kind of feel like this has something to do with
Oh, wait.
a younger person.
Yeah, she just came on. She said she was 30.
Yeah. This feels like a younger person to me. So, 30. No. Okay, let me ask again. I don't think the person in the wheelchair could have been 30.
She said she was in the hospital.
The only thing,
maybe in a wheelchair? I don't know.
No, the only thing that would make sense is if she had a rehab, like she was down but got back up. Or if there's any other Samantha on here that was in a wheelchair. So, if anybody knows of, I think I'm gonna have to put this one on the shelf for the moment because some more is like she's not that. I don't think she's that old. She looks more like she's 20 or even younger, and that she got rehabbed or out of the wheelchair or got back up, and then they thought she was fine, and then all of a sudden not. That's how I'm feeling it. So I'm so sorry, Jennifer. Sometimes this happens. It's not that your sister's not trying to come through, but wires get crossed, and I do see other people. It's just not what I'm. 30 years old.
38, I think she said.
No, that's.
Oh, no, 30. You're right. That was someone else, 38.
I don't think that's her. And especially if the number 2, February, doesn't make sense for her. But stay tuned, because if your sister's trying to come through, she might be piggybacking on another person named Samantha or Jennifer, and we might get some clarity. So don't go away. Okay, let's try another one. So Anna Wood wants to know about her nephew, Chris. I always say I should have glasses nearby, and I never have them nearby. So today I have to tell you guys a funny story. I was looking at my phone on different things, and it had been off for a while, and I finally charged it, and I was looking at it, and I kept looking at the glasses that I had on, and looking at my phone like, they're really not helping all that much. Like I can't see much. Why would I buy these glasses if they weren't like reading glasses? And I asked my daughter, like, look, I have a whole pair of reading glasses. They're really nice ones, but they're not helping me read anything. And she goes, they're probably blue blockers. I go, what? And she went out in her car and she got like a blue laser and showed me that they block the blue light from your devices. I'm like, why the hell would I have a blue blocker glasses that I thought were, oh my God. No wonder I couldn't see any more than I was looking at. Okay. Chris. So let's look for nephew Chris. I hear an engine first. Someone coming in behind me. Fairly young. Huh. There's an engine reference, but I don't think he's necessarily driving an engine. So, all right. And I feel a lot of pressure in my chest, and I feel compelled to come forward. Also, I'm sitting down. He's waving like this. Feels pretty young, Anna. So I'm seeing March or 3rd of a month. And I feel like there's a song or a rhyme about that, like 1, 2, 3, da, da, da. Go on, Chris. And there's not a whole. First of all, let us know if you're still on. And secondly,
she's here. Yeah, she's on.
Okay, let me know if anything about this kind of being propelled forward or he's coming in from behind. He looks kind of amazing, but very young and not at all distraught. But as far as when I ask about how people passed, I just feel like I'm being propelled from behind. And he's also saying something about the number 3. Oh, and he says he loves games and trickery and pranks and stuff like that. So he's showing me a lot of like little, and he feels very childlike, although I thought I was expecting to see an adult person, but I'm actually feeling it from behind. So I don't know how big he is or how old he is.
She said he was 38.
So let me know if he was really mischievous or liked to play pranks, or do you know what this hit from behind is? So I need to know that. And he also says, listen, I think he was kind of a trickery because he would hide from a lot of different things. I think he had a lot of different interests and a lot of different people that he associated with. Uh, I do feel a lot of energy in my chest, but again, earlier I was feeling like it came from behind. Huh. And he's also telling me that he's made peace with other loved ones like grandma or whoever it is, and they're trying to help you through like some depression and stuff. And they're come to help you. You're thinking you're supposed to help him. He's come to help you. And you're mustering up all this strength to be there for everybody else, but I feel like, to be honest, I feel like he thinks that you're on the verge of collapsing. He's coming down to swoop you up and grab you. So and that you'll be okay. You just have to lean in and trust more in spirit and into whoever this older woman is in spirit.
She says she doesn't know anything about the hitting from behind, and she says it's not me with the depression, but his brother.
Ask his. The only other thing I can think of is his brother, if he got a tattoo or anything on the back that has to do with his brother. And because he made specific point to push from behind. Huh. Do you know about the number 3? Let me know if you know about that. If this is true about his brother, then he's like, don't worry about it. I'll help him. The best that you can do is continue to be honest and open about what's going on in the family. Like, call people on their stuff and, you know, let me know about the number 3. And he's like, what's weird about the way that he comes through is that he's like swooping in on different people in the family. Like he'll be there 1 minute, he'll come in the next. Very active, really interesting energy. I still feel like there's other things going on kind of in the chest, but it also comes through from behind. How did she say his brother related to that?
Oh. The brother has the depression. And then she said, my sister and my nephew are sad. And then she said the number 3 is her mom's birthday. So that would be the sister. That would be the sister and her Anna's mom. So his grandma.
So his grandmother. So if his grandmother has anything else going on in the chest, the only other thing I can say would be a validation is he's putting the word frogs in my head, like frogs or poems about frogs and likes frogs and green frogs. So I don't know if I've ever heard a reference about frogs, but if his grandmother or his brother has a reference about frogs, then he's confirming what they're saying. Okay. And okay, go on.
You ready?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Gundy, my grandfather. Gundy. What a great name. Okay. So Heather's asking about Gundy. Huh. I feel like I'm supposed to go, Gundy. We can see who coming through today. Gumby.
Oh my God.
I'm old, girl. I remember Gumby and Pokey.
No, I remember Gumby.
Shut up. You do not.
I used to watch Gumby and Pokey all the time.
What? Wow. Okay. There's so even when I took a sip of water, I felt a little bit of congestion in my chest. Come on, Gundy. Sort of like I couldn't take a full breath. So that could have to do with either smoking or emphysema or something that wouldn't allow him to take a full breath. I think even though I'm just going to tell you, I'm just going to blab on with everything I'm feeling. A male figure walked through, looked like older male, like could be grandfather age. Also, maybe a few years too young, but not much. And he seems pretty strong in personality, and like he wouldn't care whether or not I was real or whether or not this was real. If he wanted to talk to someone, he would come through. So pretty strong personality and a pretty slimmer, taller, slim body. And I do feel a lot of chest energy. So smoking, lungs, something with the chest, heart pressure. Did a lot before he passed, like different businesses or different it looks like different entrepreneurship or different something he did, and that provided jobs or that provided opportunities for other people. And he just seems to walk through like his personality seems to walk through like in charge, but then sits down very humbly and receives. So it's very interesting. Heather, let me know if you're still on and if this sounds like your grandfather.
Oh, she just jumped on. Okay. Okay, right on so far. My grandma, his wife, died from emphysema.
So she passed from emphysema. Okay. And when you said that, I feel like for him that's a dark space. Like he couldn't prevent it or stop it or control it or fix it. That feels like energy brought down, but I feel like other areas of his life, energy's brought up in the way that he could take care of things or fix things or be in charge of things. Ooh, I feel like I have my whole left arm went numb. So that's either stroke or heart attack, I think, with my whole left arm going crazy. So if she had emphysema, I think she's with him, but he must have he tried really hard and then had something uncontrollable take him out that he's feeling like, no, this can't. At the same time, the foundation that your grandparents laid, they're very proud of, but I feel like he thought he was supposed to do more. And that I think your grandma's at peace with that. Like when you said that, that all went away and I feel like she's at peace. But I think his mind is still like, well, not everything's perfect or done yet or done. But I would really love to know if you know anything about the left arm stroke, heart attack. Did he have any injury? Something to do with the left arm. But he's still like walking strong and taking charge and like wanting things to be right. And I also feel like something that he built may have sort of gone off on different possibilities or tangents. And maybe you thought, oh, I don't know if he'd be okay with that. He's totally okay with that. Maybe that wasn't his original plan, but I feel like he's at peace with that. This is the only thing I can't figure is I'm really getting a lot of pain here. So Heather, let me know if you know what that is. Right here, pain coming down my arm.
I haven't seen her come back on at all.
Okay. Well, we'll keep monitoring that. Okay, so let's do a little break. Let's do some announcements. Um, and again, if you guys, shit, he's still around, man. It hurts. Okay, so because of COVID and circumstances, we haven't done our annual October Spooktacular Spirit Retreat, which we want to do this year. And I'm giving it my, you know, God honest darndest to commit to doing this. This is in October. So far, the weekend that we have planned is the 21st through the 23rd of October. And it's a haunted retreat in a haunted camp. And we would invite people who would like to experience the paranormal, who would like to go ghost hunting, who would like to go to mediumship classes. We're going to have all kinds of other events. We're going to have nature walks and meditations and campfires and just really, really super fun events. It's incredibly fun weekend, and all based on spirit. Now, we have already secured the space, and that is in a camp in Wrightwood. However, today I'm hearing there might be a fire in Wrightwood. So we're not really sure if it's going to be there. But I would still like to know who might be interested. We need at least 20, 25, 30 people to come. In the area that we rent the camp, we can hold up to 80 people, but we're going to have about probably 20 or 30 people. It's going to be so much fun. I can tell you already, I know 10 people that are coming that are really excited about, and a lot of them are familiar with ghost hunting. So, you know, they'll bring their equipment and you'll get to use equipment. Oh, it's going to be so fun. So it was literally our best event before COVID. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
So this is kind of another event that I want to do, and it doesn't relate to spirit as much to other people than it does to me. When I took a trip over to England, where you know I was open to ghosts, it's a very ancient land. There's spirit energy everywhere, and I just went to a lot of like haunted castles, and some of those castles have restaurants and cafes, and they serve something called a cream tea. So had a friend, and it was actually my friend's dad, and he was 83, I think, at the time, and he would be like, "Oh, we have to try every cream tea in the land to find the best." And I'm like, "What's a cream tea?" Because we've heard of high tea or dinner tea or whatever, and they drink hot tea like we drink coffee. And they have a 4 o'clock tea time, which is a snack and a tea. But what is cream tea? So I found out that what cream tea is that we don't really know how to eat scones at all. Americans do not know how to eat scones. We eat them; they're served lots of places, and we just pick up a dry scone and eat it. That's not how they're meant to be served. When you go to England or anywhere in the UK and you ask for a cream tea, they take a scone, they cut it in half and open it up. They put clotted cream on it, and then they put jam of your choice on it. And you eat it with tea at 4 o'clock in the afternoon at high tea. It's called a cream tea. And that is how scones are supposed to be eaten. They came from Europe. We didn't invent them here in America. They came from Europe. We have no idea how to do them. So I was telling my girls like what a proper cream tea was. And I'm like, you got to try this. Like, it's so good. So good. So what is clotted cream? Clotted cream is like, it's not quite whipping cream. It's a little bit more processed than whipping cream. It's not quite butter. It's somewhere in between. It's thick and delicious and savory. You don't put like sugar in it, but that's where the jam comes in. So freaking good. Oh, when you have a scone properly with cream tea, your life will change. Your 4 o'clock afternoons will change. So I just wanted to do it within my own family. And then we're thinking, like, people are asking about this. Like, why don't we do a proper cream tea and invite spirit, since England has so many spirits, to come through and talk. So that's what I'm thinking. Let me know if you're interested. I want to do a proper cream tea with actual English tea, which my daughter makes all the time. It is delicious and way better than like, what is that? Nipton, whatever fuck in the cup. She loose leaf proper cream tea, or tea that she imports from England and Ireland. She puts it loose leaf in a strainer in a pot. It's delish. So yes, if you want to do cream tea, we're going to do a proper scone cream tea very, very soon. So let me know if you're interested and we'll plan it. Okay. Okay, let's do a little bit more. Is there anything else we have to announce?
No, I think that's it.
Okay. Okay, everybody, take a breath and go. Yeah. I just spilled water on myself. Okay. Diane says Andy, her boyfriend. Okay. So, Diane, obviously, I certainly hope this is your boyfriend, but I am getting a male figure over here. He's coming through strong, but his personality is actually coming through quite strong. Hold on one sec, because he says that so to me he looks a little bit older. He looks like maybe he's in his late 40s or early 50s. His hair looks probably thinner. I think he's competent in work. He's certainly comes through very confident. He's saying that you actually are a very strong woman, very confident. And so he respected that about you because he thinks that's how you are best to, right? And then are best to like do life. But also, do you have 2 kids, or does he have 2 kids, or do you know of being one of 2? So show me like 2 kids. Still respectful. Okay. I kind of see him fully clothed. I guess what I mean by that is that I see him like, if he was going to go present himself somewhere, he would wear like, a collared shirt, and it might even be like a turtleneck or whatever, but a collared shirt, a jacket or like vest, whatever, like fully kind of dressed. First of all, Dan, let me know you're still here. And then also, huh?
She is on.
Okay. And then let me know if any of that makes sense with him, because that's the male energy that I see coming through for you when I ask about this guy.
All she said so far was, yes, I am strong and I'm one of 2.
2. So did he like fully dress or dress for different occasions? Because to me, it looks like he's wearing 3.
Oh, she said, no, he's a biker.
Well, he might have a vest on if he's a biker. Hold on. He might wear layers and vests and shirts, and I got to get a little bit more from him because I'm not sure that he isn't that. If he came from that, though, I feel like there's a reference to this scholarly thing. Do you have a male figure who's a scholar in your family or his? Please let me know, because that's not going away. The male figure that's standing behind me now, who I think is maybe Andy, and being respectful of that, is showing me like a lot more. There's someone else here for you, Diane. There's someone else, and he looks like an older male who would be, um, and I feel like he's coming to say he's sorry, and he's like, I don't know, he feels like maybe he was oppressive, and he's opening up. And then this guy back here. So I don't want to let go of the idea that Andy's there because I do feel that energy, but I got to tell you, someone else is coming through and apologizing, kind of like giving way to maybe what you opened up to or believed or whatever. But I can't stop seeing that scholarly look. And he does look kind of middle aged to upper middle aged. So I know that you wanted to see Andy, but I think there's someone else who wants to validate or acknowledge. So it's not going away. I apologize. He's not going away. If I hear more from Andy, I'll bring him through, but that's all I'm hearing. Okay.
Okay, great.
Yep. Okay. So Crystal wants to know about my mom, Mona, or Phil's side. What's that? Mona. Crystal wants to know about Mona. I'm not really sure what else that says, but it might be a last name or something. Lisa just popped off, and I'm sure she's going to come back on, so I'll call her back. Okay, Mona. So the one that I think is coming through as Mona, who feels really strong, Crystal. She's kind of bigger. She's not super old, but older than you. I think this reference of Mona, or the the role of Mona, is like, played and played and played, because she's showing me that this is who she is for many people. She's shows to me to be a little bit heavier, or weight around her, not very tall.
Okay, Beth.
All right, hi. And that she's like the mama to many people, or the mother figure, or the loving mother figure to many people. But she also shows me kind of a little bit of a, like, maybe I was, immobile, or stationary for a lot of it. And she also shows me things that look like crystals or stones, or things that would be symbolic. Kind of think she's a little bit spiritual or something. Let me know if that makes sense to you, and if that's makes something to you for Mona. She's not leaving. And if she had either a condition that made her feel puffy, or if she actually did have weight on her. Right. And do you know anything about 5 or 5th of the month with May with Mona? All right. Let me know if you're still on.
I know she's on. My phone is. She said, yes, that's my mama.
So you guys just be patient with us, because my manager, Lisa, who's watching the feed, is in Idaho, and she's in a remote area in the beautiful mountains of fucking Idaho. And it's amazing, but her Wi-Fi is a little slow. So, okay, good. That's your mom.
Oh, she just said she died May 6th.
Oh, okay. May. That's 5th of month. Okay. So, I also feel like she takes care of a lot of people. I think that you could tap into her energy anytime for anything that you needed. She's at peace. She's full. She's capable. Like, she's helping everybody. if whatever you needed, you could tap into her energy to help you. She loves that you're trying your hand at cultivating earth. So whether you're doing new flowers or plants or vegetables or whatever, it's like she's going to help you cultivate that. Or the thought of, gee, maybe we should, go a little bit more organic, a little bit more earth-based. But the idea is daunting. She's going to help you. She also says that this is kind of weird. I know this sounds weird, but what if you took like some of the ashes and put them in the dirt? Like, I don't know if that has to do with actual cremation ashes or have to do with your fireplace ashes, but put them in the dirt. And here's why. She's showing me how that nurtures that. Like, if there's a fire in a location, the next year's crop is even better, whatever. Wow, she's like Mother Earth right now. And maybe she wasn't always like that, but she is coming through like that now. Okay, let's do one more. And okay. Jordan, please. Son-in-law. Okay, so Jamie wants to talk to her son-in-law, Jordan. Okay. I'm seeing number 3. I think that he or they have 3 kids that he feels strongly about. 3. I don't see or feel how Jordan passed yet, but I feel like it's with me talking in my head. And it feels very sweet and innocent, like you didn't expect. I feel like it was either sudden or recent because he's still putting like marks on the calendar or board. And then he has 3, or is 1 or 3, these 3 little precious. I feel it all blonde and light and water. If there's a pool or a little kiddie pool or something with shallow water. And I feel like he likes to sing. So just probably normal, sing to his family. There's a little bit of asking for you to just stand back and trust that what their experience is coming through, and that you'll be called to do and be there when you need to be, but you don't have to rescue them. You don't have to do everything. Like, your stress is because you have stress on other portions of your life and family. And I feel like he's saying, like, don't worry, Spirit's in charge. You're all going to be okay. You take care of that. And then thanking you and loving you for how much you do give and love. Kind of feel like there's a heartburn or esophagus issue that you might be dealing with going forward that kind of basically is based on stress, but and then tons of love, tons of thank you and love and hearts. And there's a 2 reference. I think that has more to do with February or 2nd of a month, but there's a 2 reference, and tons of love and gratitude. So again, Jamie, let us know if you're on. When you guys...
And she was on, she said he died of an overdose, and his baby is 3. That's all I can see right now.
So I think he feels bad about that, but I also think that people in spirit, when they die of something like that, that means they were either intentionally doing it or self-medicating to feel better on the earth realm. And the best we can do for each other is to lighten up the expectations and demands so that we don't feel like killing ourselves, so that we can like go like, oh, I'm not a bad person, I'm just struggling with this. And I think it's okay. I think it's good. It's better on the earth or spirit realm than the earth realm. And that often means that he didn't feel accepted, or doesn't mean that, his wife and kids didn't accept him. It just means that overall he didn't feel accepted or loved on the earth realm. I'm telling you, this is a really dense planet to be on. And for high vibration spirits that come here, it's like you're kind of fucked, because there's such an expectation and such a hardship about how to make a living and how to make it work. You have to make over, 6 figures just to have a house here, at least in California. You can't do that without a 6, figure education. And that's not available to everybody. And so it's hard. It's really hard. Anyone who feels different and feels like they weren't programmed to live that kind of life, they feel like they can't do it. And I really want to work with people to figure out a way to do it, because if you're here, that means you have a right to be here, and that means that there must be a way to do it. So let's work with that. Thank you guys so much for being here tonight. Let's do a code. Yeah. Here's your code. FB0614. Wow, is it really June 14th? All right. Already we're halfway through the year, and that's your code to get a discount. That's a big discount. We usually offer 10%. So there you're getting 15%. And again, it's money back guarantee. If you book a reading, and I have a lot of openings this week, book them now. If you book a reading and you don't feel that it got your result, you don't pay. Money back guarantee. How many mediums do that? I believe in my work 100%. Thank you guys so much for being here. Please tell everybody, book it. Make sure that you're being careful about the scammers, and make sure that you're, seeing my live Facebooks, really me, to book. So Psychic Medium Kelly McClure, or Kelly McClure, psychicmedium.com. Book there. You'll be fine. Thank you guys. Have a lovely evening. So much fun. Good night.